So I've always wanted to do a cartoon. Me and Sam actually worked on a idea for one, gosh, probably like 10 years ago.
Casey has been like wanting to do a cartoon forever. That was kind of the birth of it.
And so we started kind of kicking around the idea of, can you make a cartoon series, an episode of a cartoon just using DaVinci Resolve, like literally drawing things in Fusion, making your animation rigs in Fusion, and started playing around with how quickly you can make art with some of the tools in Fusion and the ways that you can make animation rigs by essentially making templates inside of Fusion and bringing them into the edit page. And kind of realized, wow, this is actually a really good workflow, and this could actually go a lot faster than I think the industry is used to working.
So the project at hand right now is to follow through with Casey's crazy idea of putting together an episode of a broadcast animation in 6 working days using only one piece of software, which happens to be DaVinci Resolve.
Do we want to like sit here maybe for the...
Sure.
So it is 9:13 a.m. on Tuesday the 13th. So we have a script.
We do.
And we've gone through it lightly.
Lightly.
We have about a week, which is roughly 6 working days between now and when we're supposed to deliver this. So
Yes.
the clock has started.
Oh boy.
Fast is my middle name.
Lyle stops mid-sentence and gazes at the treadmill wedged under the couch.
I'll just die in your arms tonight.
Is that? Percy is sitting next to the ghost of Oprah Winfrey.
Why though?
You wrote it!
I don't know.
What do you mean, why
It's so stupid.
Thanks, Percy. Birds are perverts. That's a great...
That's the end.
I'm ready if you want to start recording audio.
Okay. Here we go.
Woo!
Let's do it.
Okay.
Exciting.
All right, this is Victor. This is take 1. Yeah, take 1. Okay. I'll go get us a couch. I'm out of chips.
I like that.
Percy! Percy! Go!
I have the thing on my watch that says like, warning, decibels are getting a little too loud for your hearing. You should worry about your safety. And it went off numerous times.
Did you know that fast is my middle name? That's what they call turtles that walk on the land. Tortoise.
Yeah, he just goes into that and then I cut him off. I think that's funny. Yeah, that's great.
Excuse you. I will be heard.
What is this even for?
Look what the cat dragged out.
Oh god.
The point of what I'm doing here is that so we can hear how everything flows together and get a rough visual and see like, hey, is that even funny? What's the pacing for all of this and does it even work? We can be like, yes, or we need to make some changes, but then after that, it's locked in.
Like you're basically making the character with a reference to the crack,
Correct.
and then I draw the crack.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. I think that's what we should...
It's a lot of working on art and a lot of making props. Dan's working on Ghost Oprah. So
Script calls for Ghost Oprah. So, here we are. I use these specialized tools up here that Casey actually wizarded out of code. I can take another polygon mask and bring it over here. Right click on the out point here, bring it over and say, okay, I'm gonna make a shade. So now it's going to make a shade of this color. And all I have to do is like make a shape here like this, and boom, it instantly makes a shade based off of this base color. Instant dimension.
Hey, Oprah, What does haunted mean?
Honey, it just means there's a ghost in it.
That one's the best.
All right, Casey, you get to be Oprah.
Casey is Oprah.
Oh no. Yeah, today is definitely a, jump in and start working really hard kind of day. We were pretty careful in writing the episode, trying not to make a bunch of things that we'll need art for. And we're starting out on the list, and there's, a couple dozen things that we still need to make art for. So we have this inside joke that there's somebody named Randy in all of our films, and so yeah, in this universe, he owns a gym equipment / used pets store. I don't know what a used pet is, but it sounds terrible. So I'm excited for that. I still have to work on a animation rig that we didn't quite finish up in our pre-production. And we also have a whole new character we need to rig and animate.
Oprah, day 2.
Have to finish the rough edit, the radio edit. So just getting the pacing down on everything is tough, and also setting up the blocks for animation for the guys. So like I'm putting in a bunch of temp assets in there so we can see what it looks like.
Bong.
I'll get it.
That's great.
Oh, hey, Lyle. Long time no see.
Yeah, I know when you guys took my wallet. So hand it.
Whoa!
When you do something and you find it funny and then you bring other people in and they also find it funny, that's a good thing.
I lost my project file that I was working on my computer.
The hard drive in the computer that I usually do all my work in, kind of my workhorse machine, just crapped out.
So now I have to build a new, Oprah's Ghost reference image.
Something that I think is working actually a lot better than I thought it would is making the art in Fusion. Today I rocked through probably like 12 different props just really quickly, and it's going really well. I'm like modeling this after the phone that we had in like the 90s, like in my house, even though it's present day. If you're doing vector art, a lot of the time you'll use a vector art program, right? And a lot of the art style that we're doing is basically vector art. And the tools that we've come up with in Fusion actually let us draw things very quickly. And if you're one of those crazy people that likes nodes, then there's kind of a certain beauty to it. So it's a really fast way to draw once you get used to it. And it's pretty neat. It's fun to draw things like this. So I'm excited to work on this. Wow.
That was really encouraging to see that, like, man, it actually it works. It's going to be something that's really weird but funny. I hope people get it.
Can we watch it again?
Yeah.
I still have some reservations about all of the animation, how that's going to go, but I'm going to kind of let go of that and hope that Dan and Casey are ready to do that part. I think things are good at this point.
So I'm placing the backgrounds in, and then the idea is that we set up a scene however we want with the right sizes and everything, and then we can use adjustment layers to cut in to somebody, and we don't have to actually like move anything or mess with backgrounds. The adjustment layer is basically just changing the camera. And so you set it once, and then you can move your camera to wherever you want with the adjustment layer, which is pretty cool.
I don't have all the audio in there yet. There's lots of little sounds that we want to add in here and there. That's going to be my job once I've gotten that picture lock timeline ready to go and send over to them.
Keisters are one of my favorite things to do.
Just call the number.
It's one of my favorite lines.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, I'm doing fine today. How are you?
I'm terrified of heights. Birds are perverts.
Oh boy.
We've just reviewed the rough edit that I put together at the end of day 2, and the idea is that this is the day that we would start sectioning the whole thing out for animation. We've pretty much solidified the edit, which is great, so the dialogue should be pretty much locked in.
Just getting the base outline for a rat we need in one of the shots, and yeah, just trucking along with Mart.
Day 3 has been really good. We're getting a lot of art finished up. We're getting the rigs finished up. So, because if the rat, because we're thinking that he's gonna come out of the bucket and go like skitter across the thing.
Yeah, so I think it'd almost be easier if I built like just like paper doll parts, you know?
Yeah,
And then you could rig it up however you want.
pretty much.
Okay, I'll do that.
I would say overall we're probably a little behind where we thought we'd be, but not too bad. What we're doing is we're gonna have a layer here of his head.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying for sure. And then we have each eyebrow, and those can move separately, and so those will be on a little control. And then we'll have his eyes, and then we have the mouth, which I'm kind of working on right now. That's going to be under the mustache, and that'll be kind of good enough for his mouth without having to do exactly lip sync.
That's creepy Walter.
He's the crack guy,
So are you.
and I'm the crack guy.
I think we probably should be starting to animate things now, but they have a lot of stuff they're still creating as far as like props and characters and rigging things.
I can animate him using these little sliders and this little interface. And so I can switch out his arms with this little button. And I can change his eyebrows and his expression and the way his eyes look. There's a lot of like little things you forget when you're working. And I'm like, yeah, I have like probably 10 minutes left to finish this rig, and I'm on like hour 3 of finishing this 10-minute job. So it's a lot of that.
Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. I don't know.
Casey and I just did a review of where the edit's at right now with some of the assets that we've been giving Sam over the course of the day.
Make that a...
Oh.
Yeah.
We're doing really good. I feel like we're in a good place.
Okay, so where are we at with the episode like layout and stuff?
I have all of it sectioned out into the 11 different comps, basically.
Okay.
So you guys can take each roughly 1 minute section for animating.
Cool. All right.
So we can start animating today.
Yes. And that's
Very
that's
good.
on the cloud project and everything.
Everything should be there.
Okay.
Yep.
Day 4. This is where things start to really get kind of intense. When we do a zoom in like a close up, generally we only want to zoom in like 3. Like some of them are 4, but it's just a little too crispy at 4. And so like it gets just a little, there's like little artifacts and stuff when you zoom in that much. I know, listen. This is why I do the finishing stuff, is because I see that. Okay.
So day 4 for me has been primarily getting the new character rigs, the props, and everything that is going to be animated, making sure those are in the right place. There's like a standard for all that stuff. So a close-up means this number.
So that means if I take the actor, he should be about half the size of the door.
The scale and position of the characters are all the same throughout all the different scenes so that there's some continuity there. So one character isn't just miraculously bigger than the other randomly in a scene, so it all makes sense.
I'm trying to render out a just the video so I can use it for the audio mix.
So I can play that back really easily as I'm doing all the audio work.
It keeps having an error with a fusion composition, and I don't know where that is or why that is. So I'm just trying to fix that and make it work.
That's my big job today.
This is actually a hand animated door, and so there's no like 3D transform or anything like that. It's just drawn in 3D space, which I'm kind of proud of that. It's pretty cool, you know.
Looks really smooth.
Yeah.
Can I be that guy?
Oh,
Sure.
Why does the door open that way? Shouldn't it go the other way?
No, Sam. Yes. It should, but we're not changing it now
I don't understand.
because it normally
the
goes
knob
against like the
be on the right,
wall.
so it opens.
Oh.
Well, I mean, our door opens that way, but it's towards a wall.
Fire safety thing, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you
Because
can
it's
get out of
blocking
the
an exit is
Yeah.
what it's doing. I see.
Well, we'll see if anybody says anything about it.
But I think all the blocking is done.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Would it be appropriate for me to go in and start jacking with things? In
Oh, yeah.
season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good.
Perfect.
Were you wanting some coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on mouth movements. I've been working on mouths for so long already. So we are working on facial animations and stuff. And so this is actually turning out pretty good so far.
Hey, I like Chester though. And it was fun eating soup from a frisbee.
Mostly what our puppets do is they have eyebrows and like eye direction and stuff, and there's like just a couple other little things, but it's mostly in the eyes. I'm not real sure if we're on track or not. I could certainly see this taking a really long time. Every syllable they do gets to be keyframed. And I'm 36 seconds into it. And I don't know why we've done this. That said, things like this, they tend to start out really slow and then you get better at them and you get used to the workflow and it goes faster.
For me, I feel like everything's been pretty smooth. Casey's given me the character rigs and the prop rigs for some of these, and I'm just triple checking and making sure that, and I'm already finding like some mistakes that I've made, so I'm glad I'm going through this, of making sure that the right things are in the right place. Been a lot of very meticulous work.
It's frustrating to have to go back and button things up when you think it's like everything's there and you're ready to go. But it is fun to see the characters kind of starting to come to life and seeing their facial expressions and stuff. That's the part I like.
But right now we
Do
have
not
a
close this door.
haunted
No,
couch
wait,
to deal with.
Just stop. Don't.
Toodaloo's.
I can't.
That's the last day and it's exciting. It's been a grind to get here. We're literally looking down the tunnel and seeing the light at the end of it. It's really cool.
My main thing this morning is I'm going to try and get the lip sync for Percy. And so laying all that stuff in. So I'm just going to go through all the scenes as fast as I can, putting in the lip sync.
The big gestures and movements and stuff, that will definitely get done.
Awesome.
I just need to see all the final movements so I can sync it up.
Okay. Hey, Peepop. How's it going?
Morning, Michael.
Good morning.
What's up, Pops?
What's going
To
on?
be called people.
Oh,
Pretty busy.
We call them Peepops anyway.
I just need some help pushing the boat out here to the street, but
Push a
you
boat.
guys got time.
I got you.
let's go push a boat.
See, this is production reality. You know, sometimes you work on lip sync and, you know, optimizing your animation and your sound design. And sometimes you go move a drift boat. Overall, man, this has been so much fun. Anytime that you're doing a creative project, it's really fun at the beginning and then you realize how much work it is.
I honestly feel like my job's pretty easy. I feel really bad for Casey.
I don't see what the problem is. I don't know why everyone doesn't make their own cartoons.
Percy just takes freaking forever. I just feel bad. But
And so Dan is once he gets his major movements done, he's rendering out a scene, and then I take that scene and plunk it in and just like line up anything that needs to be lined up. So we're about halfway through it right now. Yeah, so that's just what I'm doing.
Very cool.
Scene 6 is good.
Scene 6 is good.
Ready to go.
We're kind of over that hump, and things are actually starting to be a lot more fun now.
That's my job. Just record that. It's fine.
We've been working on this for 6 days, but we've had, I mean, at least 2 months of development and testing and trial and error on a bunch of different workflows, and we've learned just so much, and it's so cool that we can work as a team to figure out a new way to bring this vision to life. This last 6 days has made all that work before worth it. Really cool.
It really is a dream come true, and that's pretty cool.
I hope everyone enjoys it.
Why you would do that?
I love it! Hey, Oprah, what does haunted mean?
Oh, it just means there's a ghost in it.
Oh, wow. We really dodged a bullet on that one, huh?
Who are you people?
Thanks, Percy.
I hope we land soon. Birds give me the heebie-jeebies.
Birds are perverts.
Oh, you guys.
We did it! It's a thing! Actual thing we did today. So
So wait.
that's how it's
That's how it's done.